Welcome to Chicago, the Windy City and the site of some of the greatest modern architecture in the world. Today we're here to talk about Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, a founding father of modernism and a towering giant in architectural history. In his work, there is a classical sense of proportion, scale, and order, but without any ornament, decoration, or flourishes. Using materials like glass, steel, or marble, his buildings are strong, they're muscular, they're brutal, and they have never been more revered than they are today. This is Crown Hall, the architecture school at the Illinois Institute of Technology. Mies used to be a director here, and some say it is his greatest building. At 26,000 square feet, Crown Hall seems to float above the lawn. It has 4 huge trusses that are reachable by a waterfall of marble steps. The main floor of this masterpiece is a large and column-free classroom. It features a suspended roof and a totally open floor plan that can be adapted to any use at all. When you're in here, you start to understand the concept, the meaning of universal space, which is a term coined by Mies van der Rohe to describe the flexibility of the spaces, how you can transform or adapt or model a specific space into whatever requirement you need. And until this day, the students come here, they use this space, and they follow the curriculum that Mies created. So this space is alive. You see the lines, you see the severity, but it's actually the opposite to severity. It has to do with flexibility. As you may notice, this small building is a little bit different. It is a cube instead of a big pavilion. It has brick walls rather than a steel frame. It's called the Carr Memorial Chapel, but students around here call it the God Box. This chapel was built in 1952, and it is actually the only ecclesiastical space ever designed by Mies van der Rohe. It bears almost no resemblance to a Renaissance or Gothic cathedral. Instead, it is a temple to God and to modernism. Inside, the God Box remains stark and simple, just as Mies wanted it. Steel railings, a marble altar, a curtain, and of course, a cross. Services are still held here every Sunday. Mies once said, "Too often we think about architecture in terms of the spectacular. There is nothing spectacular about this chapel. It was not meant to be spectacular. It was meant to be simple. And in fact, it is simple. But in its simplicity, it is not primitive, but noble. And in its smallness, it is great, in fact, monumental." One of the things that I love the most about Mies van der Rohe's work here at IIT is that it's a school. It's not a museum, it's not a shrine, it's a place where people come to learn, to study, to become the next generation of architects that may go off and change the world with what they build. Mies van der Rohe is buried a few miles from here at Chicago's Graceland Cemetery, and I really hope that makes him proud.